Welcome to Toronto, Canada. Canada, a country that's given us so much. Poutine, maple syrup, Bryan Adams, Celine Dion, Ryan Reynolds, Justin Bieber, and of course Drake. This is a wonderfully multicultural city. It's a sporting hub. The Maple Leafs, the Blue Jays, the Raptors, the Argonauts, and now of course the Toronto Wolfpack. Ourselves at Rugby AM are here all weekend, bringing together a guide of what to do while you're in this wonderful city. Thousands of fans over the next few years will flock to see their team play in Toronto, and we're going to give you the beginner's guide. As you can see, the Toronto Wolfpack boys on their captain's run. It's the day before the big game. Every single team lets their captain take the session and marshal the boys around the field, perfecting the sets that's going to hopefully win them the game against the Widnes Vikings tomorrow. How are you finding Toronto life?
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It's a good city, weather's nice, so yeah, so far so good.
Well, give us Mason Caton's Brown top couple of places to go and see and do.
If you like food, there's a great place called Uncle Tetsu's Cheesecake, which is the best cheesecake I've had out here. Obviously there's Niagara Falls, which is really good. But yeah, the food's here really good, so there's loads of food places you can check out.
How have you found the Toronto fans?
Yeah, it's like a party every time there's a game. There's a massive beer tents and everything. It's like a little mini festival. But I think that's really good for the game. The atmosphere is really good. Last week was, I think it's the loudest it's been so far, so the fans really enjoyed it. So yeah, it's totally different to English Rugby League, but it's good.
I feel like I'm on top of the world. It's a good job I'm not scared of heights. The Rogers Centre's just underneath us, and if you can't tell already, I'm up the top of the CN Tower. A big thanks to everyone at the CN Tower for letting us come up here and film, and I'm joined by Kelly from Divine Sports Travel. Kelly, what a fantastic city Toronto is.
An amazing city. I've been to lots of cities, and I must say Toronto is definitely one of my favourites.
You've got a really important role to play for the Wolfpack because you're welcoming all the fans over from all the different clubs, bringing them along, putting them up, looking after them when they land in Toronto, and it's a job with real responsibility for this season and for next season.
We're just trying to showcase Toronto, really let them know that, you know, rugby league can grow as a sport, and just show them what the city's all about, really.
The views are immense, and we've got floor-to-ceiling windows to look out 360 degrees, but how high are we right now?
At the moment, we are 346 metres high.
And how tall is the CN Tower?
The CN Tower itself, right at the top, is 553.33 metres high.
How many people per year come along and visit the CN Tower?
Approximately 1.9 million people come and visit the tower, and what can I say, can you blame them? It's amazing.
Widnes fans are out in force. Can you hear them all? Hey! John, you're one of the lucky ones. You won a competition to come all the way to Toronto, so you're here on a Freeman's, mate.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, I'm here.
Would you recommend this trip to other fans of Super League teams if Toronto get up to Super League?
Yeah, definitely. Better than going Lee or something like that, innit?
To win the competition, you had to tag somebody on Facebook in the competition to win.
Yeah.
Your missus tagged you in it.
Yeah.
You tagged her back. You won the competition and you dumped her. And you bought your dad instead.
Yeah.
This right here, ladies and gentlemen, he's not only the bravest man in witness, he's the ultimate lad.
I think it'll be a good game. If we play well, we could do it. If we don't play well, we'll get hammered.
Tomorrow's game, well, it could go either way. Myself, it could be the same game as it was against Castle last year. Could be 2 points in it for us and not Toronto.
Definitely fancy it, and the team are up for it. I've spoken to many of the players because they've been on the plane with us, and they're really, really pumped up for this game. They've not given in by nowhere.
It's game day, and there's a VIP who's new since I last came to Toronto, Jefferson Wolf. Jefferson, are you pleased with the performances of the Wolfpack so far? And can you see the boys getting the win today against Widnes? I think that's a definite yes. But am I ready yet for the game? I feel ready. I've got everything ready. But today apparently it's a cowboy theme or a country theme. Do I need any accessories? Oh, Stetson's on. Let's go inside the den. How hard is it to actually cement a place in such a busy sporting city for the Wolfpack?
We've got to create an event because through the summer, every single weekend, we're up against another event. That might be a concert, it might be a beer festival, it might be a public holiday or the Pride Festival. So I think we see this is an event-goers city. It's a big city with a lot of people living here and a lot of people living around. We know we share fans with the Jays, we know we share fans with TFC. We'll have fans go to the Jays after this game, and when we play late, they play early, people rock up. So I think as long as we've got something that's a cool event on a summer's day, we're not worried about other teams. I don't think they're particularly worried about us either.
If the team do get to Super League, or when they do, because it might not be this year, but it could be next year, how good is the Wolfpack in Super League going to be for the city of Toronto? Because I, for one, know there'll be thousands and thousands of fans getting on planes and coming to this great city.
Well, I think essentially the Wolfpack in Super League would look a lot like it does today. I think we'd hope or aspire to get 1,000+ travelling fans from some of those bigger teams in a regular season game. But the fans will come over, they get 3 or 4 nights in Toronto. We share weekends with the Blue Jays. We've got Niagara Falls, which I think you guys are going to tomorrow. But I think the Wolfpack will just integrate itself into part of the Toronto weekend.
side with two VIP guests today, and we've got Scott, who's a Hall of Famer for broadcasting, famous in the hockey world. Why are you here today, Scott?
Well, I'm here because I've been curious, been hearing so much about the Wolfpack and how it's gaining momentum and becoming a very popular team and a very popular sport over here.
The understanding of the crowd now, they seem to have really bought into the sport, they seem to understand the sport. The Toronto people are passionate about sport. I've gathered that much. Do you think the Wolfpack has got a lot of room to grow in the market?
I think they do, and you know, it takes time, and it's. This is a market that has a lot of professional sports teams. It's a hockey market, it's baseball, football's fighting itself right now to regain momentum, and I think the Wolfpack are really kind of gaining some momentum, and it takes some time to get there, but all the reviews have been very positive. They're having some success. Winning is always the best marketing tool, so I think it has the opportunity to grow.
End of the game 2012. Bittersweet for you, Bucky, today, because your old club has been relegated before the end of the game because of the Toulouse result, but it must be tough to see your pals going down, but massive for Toronto Wolfpack.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, you know, a lot of them are still my good mates, and I keep up to date with them and talk to them every week, and I'm absolutely gutted for them. You obviously know you don't want to see anyone going down, being relegated, but at the same time, like you said, Toulouse beat OKR, so it puts us above them, I think. So move on to next week, and hopefully we can keep ourselves safe and go up.
Without a doubt, mate, a good result in Leeds could take you up automatic. But I think today's been about the fans. The fans here have been unbelievable. Talk to me about the fans and how shocked you've been since you've joined the club.
Yeah, like, mate, I think 8,000, I think they announced before, and, you know, the fans are massive. You know, I think they're just starting to learn now what the game's about, and they're cheering for certain parts of the game, and, mate, they're massive, and obviously we appreciate every one of them that come out, and they love to just see a good game of rugby league.
Everyone's been on 10 tucks. How was it to play him for you?
Yeah, man, it was exactly what you said. You know, walking around on eggshells before the game, but you know, it was a good quality game. It was something we needed. We weren't great last week, but we come out with the win, and you know, that's a sign of a good team. We're not, we're not there yet, but you know, the commitment and the attitude of our team, second to none, and you know, we're ready to roll on.
Let's talk about one negative and one positive. Negative is Widnes going down. Obviously, a great club who will be back.
Hugely sad. My whole rugby career, Widnes has been on the tip of the tongue in relation to greatness and players. The old Norton Park and now Holton Park. So I just, yeah, a sad moment, but that's the way they build a competition. And I said before the game, it was either them or us. So we got to play well to enable to get what we wanted.
Wolfpack are here. These guys are the most famous fans of the Toronto Wolfpack. What does it mean today for the Wolfpack?
It's absolutely massive, Alex. This is the first Super League team we've ever been, and that's massive. We lost to Summer last year, we lost to Warrington earlier this year, and to beat Widnes at home, win Toulouse wins and London wins, it's absolutely massive.
How does it feel today?
It's amazing. We crushed it today, man. So happy.
I bet Leeds next week you get a win at Leeds.
Oh, that scoreline? Double next week.
Everyone at the Wolfpack pack, everybody! We're sampling Canadian football. The Argonauts, a local Toronto team, up against one of their biggest rivals. The crowd, 30,000 strong, into it. Let's see what Canadian football has to offer. This guy is dressed up as Spartacus with the hair. Oh, yeah. Guys, you two are the most passionate Argos fans going.
how are you finding this evening?
I'll tell you what, this is a must-win. We're taking home the W, baby. It's all us. It's all about the double blue tonight. Edit that out. Edit that out. You gotta edit that out. Boo! Love what the Wolfpack are doing. We're building a nice grassroots, we're just like the TFC, the Toronto Football Club, used to do. And then now they're getting crowds of 28 to 30,000 people, and I believe the Toronto Wolfpack can easily do that.
I'm ticking off a massive tick on my bucket list right now. I'm stood with the beautiful, the amazing Niagara Falls in the background. We've been really kindly joined by Joanna Gasparato, who is our tour guide for today, and a very important lady right here at Niagara Falls. Can you give me a bit of history about the falls and how they were created, because it's really fascinating.
Absolutely. So what you see behind us here dates back to the last ice age, about 18,000 years ago. Far beyond your time and my time. So 12,500 years ago is actually when the creation of Niagara Falls happened. So the falls actually started about 16 kilometers down this Niagara River. So a little bit north, and then every year Niagara Falls moves back 1 foot.
How many people per day comes through and actually journeys on the hornblower?
It's pretty wild. In the middle of the summer, we're looking at about 20,000 people per day.
20,000?
Our record, we've done as many as 24,000 in a day.
24,000. How many is that in a year?
So we'll do over 2 million a year. Last year we did about 2.3 million people.
And that's only 9 months as well?
That's right, that's right. We don't even get to operate the whole season.
Can you give me some facts that I can share with the boys?
Absolutely. So millions of people flock to Niagara Falls on a yearly basis, and it's not just, of course, just for our boat tour, but just to see and witness and experience the falls, and for the amount of water. So there's about 500 waterfalls in the world that are bigger than Niagara Falls, but there's no other waterfall in this world that sees the most amount of water as our Canadian Horseshoe. So it actually sees about 6 million bathtubs of water go over Niagara Falls every 1 minute.
What a weekend here in Toronto. The Wolfpack are certainly here to stay. David Argyle and Kelly from Divine Sports Travel, thank you for having the Rugby AM team along. To play us out this feature right now, check out these vocals by Reality, singing the Canadian anthem, What a Weekend. Here's a look back on some of the best bits.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, in all our sons command. With glowing hearts we see they rise, our true, North, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for